And here we are, we're going. So, last time we left off with you, Hagre, we had fast forwarded time 3 months. As you remember all the stuff that happened in Candor, you set back out on your journey after finding Vena in a bar not far from where you had been staying, and you guys kind of left with Stoic in tow. You had been traveling for another 3 months, looking for specifically the herb that you'd been looking for this entire time. With little hope of ever seeing your friends who had traveled with you for a while ever again, you stopped in at a town known as Baldric's Bluff, which is in the north, specifically the western side of the Kingdom of Grinnon, on the shoreline of Othean's Eye once again, another city on the shoreline. So we go back into the room as it is starting to slowly fade into morning. It is heavily snowing outside your window as you come back to consciousness inside your little rented out room in the K-Loft Inn. The Stoic sleeping on the ground by your bed. As you look around, you see specifically the axe that you had been given, that you've been handed in the dream, propped up next to you against a kind of like the wall that has the outcropping by the window, something like the windowsill, and the rest of the room is quiet. Is there anything you want to? I mean, it is morning time. You can get up and meander or whatever you want to do.
Yeah, okay. Now Hagger's awake. He's gonna grab the axe that he was bestowed upon, and he's gonna take a closer look at
it. On the axe, you do see some. What languages do you know?
Well, I know for sure Elvis, but I'll have to check on the rest.
Elvish, Common, or Definites.
Elvish, Comish, I think Deep Speech.
Okay.
So let's see. Proficiency in languages. I knew. Celestial. My bad.
Meh. Celestial?
Celestial, Elvish, and Common.
This written in Celestial actually on this axe along the handle and along the sides whenever the axe comes out from the handle. Specifically written in like the Celestial type is basically just say it translates to the guardian of this axe. You've been named the champion of the moon, the god of war and I think peace or something. Let me make sure I'm correct.
I was looking at the wrong character sheet.
No, man.
No, I have Deep Speech, Elvish, and Infernal.
Okay, well, you don't know that then. You see Celestial runes, but you can't recognize it as Celestial. But now you know what it means. Crap. It's just imbued. I guess you know it by the feeling or something. You feel like you're a champion.
Are you truly a champion of the world?
The god of strength, storms, and war. Yeah.
Are you feeling it now, Mr. Krabs?
Mr. Hagre.
Once you pick it up, you feel a specific type of jolting power come off of this weapon. As you feel this axe is very well weighted for swinging because it's heavy at the end, of course, but it is perfect for wiping several enemies out at a time. What it looks like, or we throw it through someone.
Of course.
But it feels really nice to Hagre, and it practically perfectly weighted and perfectly made. You've never seen a weapon of this caliber before.
Of this yeah, so obviously it's of the finest quality.
Now I will give you the statistics in a moment.
Oh boy, the statistics.
Yeah.
Oh,
I have it written down, so I need to type it out, but I can keep going. Anyway, is there anything else that you'd like to do as you're going?
yeah. Oh. Hagre's gonna get up. He's gonna walk out of his room.
Okay.
What-
As you walk out of your room, is it?
I said, was this like on the second floor?
Yeah, you're on the second floor. There is a third floor to this place. It's quite a luxurious. Well, not really luxurious, but it's a larger town, so it has more space in the inns. You're on the second floor, and you're practically at the first door before you go down the stairs on the right side of the hallway.
Hmm.
So you're the window was facing directly out toward the street.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Hagre's gonna make his way down the stairs.
Ready?
Huh?
You make your way down the. You make your way. Kind of. It's you get down the stairs pretty well, and you're just walking. You come to a small hallway that leads out into a large open, kind of like a restaurant room that you'd seen before. Not that you'd seen this room, but you'd seen this type of room in the Winking Dragon. It's a large area where there's a lot of tables for people to sit and eat and drink. Some of them playing cards and stuff.
Yeah.
It is kind of full right now, as there is a large snowstorm coming down. The timeline right now is you are in the very beginning of a harsh winter. The month is. Let me make sure I got this correct. The month right now, it is Tenderé, which is only. It's kind of like our November, but it's a lot colder in this area.
Yeah. It's like a blizzard, right?
Practically a blizzard, yeah. Heavy snowstorm. Yeah, I mean, people are still walking around outside. You do have some, like, I would say that you had already gotten some colder weather stuff, gear, if you have that on, that's up to you, but I would say that Venna had already packed some along with you guys.
Alright. That's fun. In that case, Hagre's gonna try and look for an empty spot to get something to eat.
Alrighty. Make sure I'm doing this correctly here. You sit down. The bar, this little bar, this establishment is run specifically just by a single dwarven woman, small redheaded woman. She's kind of hopping around, trying to get up to the bottles as she reaches up and grabs one and hands it to someone who pays her. She walks over to you and is like, "Can I get you something?"
Something warm and filling.
All right, I'll get you some strong meat. How about that?
Good enough.
As she walks down toward the end of the bar here and hops up and grabs one. This you notice that this the shelf shouldn't be so high for her owning this place. So yeah, she walks back and hands it to you.
Mm-hmm. I pay her the appropriate amount, however much that is.
It's just a single gold for that.
Oh boy. I feel like it would be rude to make comment about her having high shelf, but her being short.
No, you don't, Saber.
You're right, it wouldn't be rude at all. Why
Okay.
have high shelves if so small?
Did you say that to her?
Yes.
Oh, they didn't take that. They didn't take into account that I'd buy the place out once they built it. So, yeah.
Oh. Makes sense.
I just kind of do my best here. I did have a stepladder before one of the patrons broke it in a fight. You know how they can be.
Yes. Very rowdy sometimes.
Indeed, indeed. And then she rushes over and starts waiting on someone else who was sitting down.
What are you doing, stepladder?
Nothing.
Hagre's gonna drink his drink, bro.
Okay.
Mead. Yummy and sweet. Unless it's not, I don't know. And what'd you say this town was called again?
The Baldrick's Bluff. This is directly west of Starport. It's on the western, pretty much on the direct western side of Grinnon from Starport. Venna has noted that he has been in this kingdom before, but has not really explained where.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little to the southwest of Starport. It is. It sits on the edge of Othean's Eye, another the same inland sea that you'd seen from Varanus.
Yeah.
Much nicer city now, though. That's the thing that I came up with. I'll send you better details later, but
Yeah, okay. After Hagre finishes up his drink, he's gonna get up and start looking around the town to see if he can find anything interesting for the moment.
messed that up. Hold on, there it is. Okay. As you so you finish up your drink and you walk out of the tavern. The town being the heavy snow, it doesn't necessarily obstruct your vision horribly. It's just you can still see the streets and everything. It's just a lot of snow coming down. People are trying to. Most of the people in the town are rushing through to get to their houses and stuff. It's still early in the morning as well, so it's not heavily populated. A few of the guards are walking around, doing their patrols, their torches being relatively closer to their face so they can keep themselves warmer as they're doing their rounds.
Yeah. It would be quite cold.
Yeah. Around the time that you get out to the street, you hear some people kind of. It seems like people are gazing at something. So there's something shocking down the road to the entranceway to the city. You can hear kind of lowly shouting. Not shouting, but gossip type talk. Oh, what's that? There's something going on down there.
Hagre approaches. Curiosity peaked.
Are you out in the street, or are you walking down the sides of the buildings?
I'm walking down the sides of the building, I guess.
Okay, the front porch is going from up and down. You casually stroll over, and you see a really tall, really, really big figure. Not big as in wide, but just tall, riding on an animal that you've never seen before. Actually, yeah, it's just an let's see here. I can't say that you've never seen it before, but I would describe it as it's not a horse. It has the size and shape of a bear, but it has a bird-like head.
An owlbear?
Yeah. But no, all bears have beaks.
Yeah, a bird-like head.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
out of
man.
character, you know it's an owlbear, but
Could I roll nature to identify it?
You can do that.
Or would that be perception?
It would be
It'll
nature.
be nature.
Okay. Bow. Click. 18.
Oh, dang. You've heard of these in stories before from the people that you've known in the past. they used to tell stories of these things, especially in the southern parts of the Great Forest, where some of these types of things are common. Stories of these things would get around. So you've heard of this, but you've never seen one in person. You know that this is an owlbear. And around the time that it actually clicks in your head, you see the person who is cloaked, really tall person riding it, that is cloaked. They walk up. The owlbear specifically is turned, reined into the front of the tavern in which you just came from, and the hood, like the head and the hood of the cloak, kind of turns to you, and you see like a glowing silverish white in their eyes as they look directly at you.
A silverish glow in their eyes?
Yeah, like a grayish.
Yeah. Man, how unusual. So the owlbear tends to be more in the south, yeah?
They no, they're more of a northern creature, but you've heard stories of them from the people in the Great Forest.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Since Hagre wouldn't have seen one in person before, he is kind of curious, so he will walk up to it to get a closer look.
Okay, you approach it. Once you get so far, like so close to it, it kind of turns to look at you. The big orangish eyes kind of turning to you and glowing in like this dimly lit, not really dimly lit, the snow and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You see the glow from its eyes kind of illuminate the foggy air around as this humanoid that just stepped off kind of continues looking directly at you and starts approaching you.
Well, if, for now, ignoring the humanoid staring directly into my soul.
They're walking very slowly. They're not gonna like bolt up to you, but they're walking quite slowly approaching.
Hagre will kind of reach out to this creature as he wants to pet it, but he's not going to be. He's not going to like rush it. And there's my roll. Oh man, it's not going to like me at the 9.
This thing looks at you. Let me make sure here. This thing looks at you and gives like a. You know how when owls, when they go to hoot, they like puff up a bit?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like that, but you hear like a slow like rumble in its throat and it's like ooh, ooh, ooh. And it starts like puffing up its feathers on like the back of its head at you. Around the time that you finish going to pet it, the person who stepped off and started walking towards you and steps up next to you and is like, "Calm down, Hoots. It's okay."
Hoots.
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 You heard the man.
That's a great name.
Well, I've been looking for you. He turns to look at you, removing the hood to see a very cow-like humanoid.
Cow?
Yeah. Okay, no cow nose, the ears.
Bovine.
The fur on their face and the rest of their skin, wherever you can see bare skin, is very gray. The hair on the top of their head is very white, and they don't seem to be able to see you necessarily.
Oh, they're blind.
He's kind of like looking in your general direction, but looking past your shoulder. I've come all this way. You must be him. As he reaches his hand out toward you, kind of going, not necessarily for your face, but like toward your shoulder.
Towards my shoulder.
Yeah. Kind of starting to reach over your shoulder.
Is he reaching for the axe?
That's for you to infer.
That's for you to infer.
Yeah, so since he's going towards the Hagre's shoulder, he'll kind of like take a step back. And who are you? Hagre wonders.
I understand you're weary. I have many names. As he he slowly starts to, I guess, he looks toward the ground and starts looking around at the people. He's like, most people know me as Cozy. I'm the Sage of the West. I've been sent to aid you. Oh, I can't really say sent. I just kind of came on a whim due to a vision.
Why would you come on a whim?
Well, when I get visions, they're not really something to take lightly. Especially if they're from the gods directly. The very shaky, 7-foot tall being kind of looks at you once again. May I see that? As he reaches again, slowly, like his hand out instead of toward you.
He's asking politely, how can I refuse?
Very easily.
You're right, but no. Hagre will slowly pull the weapon off his back, but not fully put it in his hand.
As you bring it closer to his hand, not like in his hand or touching his hand, as it gets closer to his hand, he kind of reels his hand back and he sees you see a small arc of electricity kind of shoot from it and go into his finger, and he's like, "Ow! Okay, yeah, it's true then. The aura is true." As he starts shaking his head from the pain. Hey, how about we have some food and I'll explain why I'm here.
Okay. Hagre can always agree to to a free meal.
As he kind of motions for you to go first wherever you're going. Because he doesn't necessarily know.
Oh man. Let me think. Is there any actual place to eat, or is it just the bar that I was at?
There are other places to eat, yeah. I mean, the best places to eat are usually the pubs or the eateries. The best one here is the one you were sleeping at, but there are random ones.
I'll pick at random.
Okay. So there is a small, kind of like a small eatery across the way and down the street a bit, closer to the dock area and the beach. You go in there and there's like a small half-elven man, short but not he's very skinny, handing out food, kind of waiting them. As he comes back, he's like, "I'll be with you in a moment. Just please have a seat, and I'll come to you with some way of ordering."
I go sit at a table, I guess.
Okay. Cozy kind of follows you, very slowly. This hunch. He's very tall, but still has a slight hunch to his back. And he pulls out. He once you sit down, he pulls out a chair oddly close to you, like right next to you, and he sits down.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Why do I have 2 resistance cantrips? Hold on, that's
What?
messed up.
He's speaking in tongues.
Oh no!
Yeah.
He's a demon!
Dada.
Skibbity bop and dada. Okay, so let me see here. Okay, fixed it. I had a problem with the character sheet. Okay, so he sits down and he's like, so, do you have any questions for me, or shall I just explain? I suppose it's the... What?
Hagre suppose he'll just listen to explanation, ask questions after.
Well, you see, as he, he crosses his fingers and looks down at them, about 2 weeks ago, I got an even stronger vision than I normally do. Othian had came to me once again, and I saw someone, your aura, as I should say. I've been kind of wandering. I came across Othian's Eye and wandering the kingdom, the towns. I was looking for the champion of Vimoon, as I am the one who has to aid them.
Why do you have to aid?
I'm sworn to it. Anytime a champion is chosen, someone of my expertise has to aid, has to find them and give some sort of help. It happened many years ago when I was still young. My teacher had given aid to the last champion of the moon. And now I'm here to pass that aid to you with my teachings. After he gets done speaking, you hear some heavy footfalls outside, and the door swings open once again. This time, a more armored person, I should say, dressed in heavier winter gear at this point, bearing a noble house's emblem, and he asks the people on the inside. The soldier comes directly to the front, and he's like, "Can we eat here? We need a place to grab some food before we head out. We were thrown off course by the storm." And as such, the person sitting at the main front there, it gives a little nod, and the soldier turns and kind of walks back out halfway out the front door and yells, he's like, "Come on in!" And at the same time, the waiter comes to you. "Can I get you anything?"
I would like some chicken.
"Chicken, and you, sir?" And then Cozy just kind of looks around and is like, "I'll have some good leek stew." Alright. Anything else? Any drinks?
Do you have mead?
Of course we have mead. We also have wine.
Mead will do.
And Cozy just sits here and he's like, I'm fine, I don't need a drink. As you see the waiter turn on his heels and leave, you see a very familiar face stepping in the door behind one of the soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
You see the cloaked figure, the very pale figure of Senza. Her hair now kind of more or less grown out a bit more, and so
Yeah.
Cassie.
Also, I'm scarred up a lot more, and I have more wintry type clothes, like a bit more fur on a lining. But yeah, I'm just gonna sort of walk in. Do I immediately recognize it as Hagre?
You don't initially see Hagre. You're just paying attention to soldiers as you're walking in. You see a very large form, sitting at a table with I would say that this other figure who is taller and a bit wider than Hagre kind of takes over his shape. You see this very tall man sitting at the table with his fingers crossed, but at the moment you don't recognize or see Hagre.
I'm just gonna sit down and order everybody some food.
Hagre, how was your reaction?
Bro, I don't know who that person is. I don't know what you're on about. Besides, I'm talking to this very fine cowman. What's going on with him, bro?
He goes.
Prophecy and whatnot.
What is it?
Hearing about a prophecy and whatnot.
Yeah. He goes on to explain. I can't do his voice that much. Yes. So I'm here to offer my guidance and my aid in this matter. I know that you specifically are going north. That's about all I know. That's all the gods allowed me to know.
I'm traveling north in search of two things. One is a man said to be there, and two, my real objective is a plant supposedly being there.
May I inquire of what plant this is?
Of the medical variety.
I know a great many medical plants. If it's a medical plant, have you tried alchemists? Herbalists?
Jordan, you said you'd come up with the name of it.
I'll send it to you.
Oh, fuck.
I forgot to ever.
Buy war bonds. Support Hagre in his adventure.
Yeah, subscribe and subscribe. Yeah.
No, don't subscribe. Buy war bonds.
Buy war bonds. World War III is
Buy
about to
war
start.
bonds. You'll be helping
$5 a
Hagre.
bond.
You'll be helping Hagre out by buying war bonds.
It's pronounced Corin. That's how it's pronounced. So, I'm guessing you told them the name or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I told him the name, I guess. It's a weird name.
Let's see here. As he thinks about it for a moment. Oh yes, that's actually very rare. Can only be grown in certain climates. I may know where to find them. But it's very far north.
It is.
Have you ever heard of the Grove?
A girl? No, I haven't.
It's a place where they say you can grow anything and speak with anyone, alive or dead. It's a mythical place that I truly don't believe is there, but it's quite out of the way. It's a very treacherous journey.
if it's out of the way. Is it further up north?
It's very far northeast, they say it is. A lot of the maps don't extend that far north.
Then that must be where we we have to go.
That may be where we're heading. We may find everything we need there. Around this time, Senza, as you get your food, you do slightly hear a familiar voice talking to this old man.
Or, first I'm gonna check on how my guys are doing.
Your guards?
Yeah.
They're doing okay.
Alright. Then I'm gonna go investigate.
You turn around and you see a familiar face.
Here?
Does this person know you?
Seeing as Hagre was focused on the conversation, he would have to look back up to see what the man is referring to.
The blind man, the blind cowman, kind of motions in the general direction, but not toward where the voice is coming from. He's like, "Oh, somewhere over. I heard your name."
I look up, and and Hagrid probably would see Senza, and just
An old traveling companion. Anyways, if this grove truly would exist, this must be where we have to go next.
Indeed.
As well as if such a place exists, it probably would have a protector.
It
That must
definitely
be
would.
I'm probably looking for as well.
Oh, it is. Let's see. Hold on. Sorry, I'm burping and it's coming out weird. Okay. Oh, they do say that the grove is somewhere near Mount Kazaret. Very treacherous journey indeed.
Hacker,
Very-
who's this?
Well, my name is Cozy. As he
Nice to
looks
meet
up
you.
he kind of tries to look towards you, but looks over your shoulder and off into the distance as you notice his silverish gray eyes.
Nice to meet you.
And you as well, fated one. My voice changed. There it is.
I don't think I think there's something wrong with this person, Hacker.
There's not a single thought between Sinsa's eyes.
Well, the best way for us to first get there is still early morning. We could probably catch a ferry to Serpent's Tongue. And from there, keep traveling north.
I see.
Now, it's better than going through the mountain citadel of Eldermont, seeing as it is shut off for the moment.
Because of the weather?
That, and it is also, I've had whispers that there are some people coming from Keorvia to the land of Grinnin and the king here. I advised him a while ago that he had something imminent coming, and he kicked me out of his kingdom and went paranoid.
I see. That doesn't sound professional.
It's fine, it's just how the Star family is.
Sounds like a bunch of royals.
Indeed.
Good for nothing.
Well,
So, tell me, how many days do you think it would take?
from here to this mythical place known as the Grove somewhere, the mountain trek itself will probably take maybe, I would say, somewhere into the range of 2 weeks. Just a mountain trek, but going from here to Serpent's Tongue will take about half a day by the ferry. And then we also have to go through the Trudge Lands.
Mm.
A small part of it. And passing through the kingdom of the dwarves, which they aren't very friendly. Especially to outsiders like me.
Dwarves are hardly ever friendly.
That itself is true.
Why is it called the Trudge Lands?
That's... I have to trudge through it. That's the simple answer, but it's just a large swamp. Covers many miles.
Makes sense. Sounds cold.
People don't like going through there, especially in the winter. There are some foul beasts in there.
Not all beasts are foul. Just Mr. Mister.
Aye. So,
Like your owl bear. The beasts
yeah,
in there are probably no fouler than him.
most people I have to show he's friendly before I can actually enter a town, but hey, owlbears aren't that bad. I'm speaking of beasts like... And he kind of like lowers his voice and he's like... Orcs and spiders and all the nasty sort.
Mm.
Have you ever seen a giant?
No. I have not seen a giant.
Well, I'm part giant.
You are part giant?
Yes.
I could not tell.
These giants that I'm talking about are angry.
I would be angry too if there were spiders.
Anyway, is there anything else you'd like to ask about this perilous journey we're on our way for?
No, I think I got all I want to know about the journey, though I am curious about one thing.
What's that?
You said your master served the guided the last chosen of the war god. Yes.
Indeed.
What was his weapon?
Oh, the last chosen had a weapon very similar to yours, except it was molded to fit his needs more. You see, the last chosen man was around 200 years ago. and he was a human who held off the orcish invasions. His weapon was an actual greatsword imbued with the power of the moon, lightning.
Mm.
There haven't been many that the moon has actually chosen to do his will, but usually it comes in a time of great need.
Yes. Great. Neat. So, how old were you or were you born when your master had
I
guided him?
My master was probably about my age when he went, but I was around 100 years old at the time.
Mm.
Actually, around 200. I have a bad memory. All my days seem to flow into each other now.
Do you know why the moon had chosen that man?
It was during the Great War, the Great Invasion of the Orcs. They were wiping out most of life in the continent.
Mm.
People of the free cities didn't bother to help because the orcs couldn't really build a fleet at the time, as Valus, god of the sea, had stopped their every attempt. And they were nearly about to wipe all other humanoid races from the continent. And the moon had chosen him, and he gave his life in the final battle. Or that's what people say, anyway.
Mm.
Actually, where the city of Eldermont stands now was the site of the gathering of the army and the great defense of the Northern Realms.
I see. Anyways, where's that food? Jesus.
The waiter delivers the food to you. I would say that he already would have delivered as you were talking. So,
Okay.
as the Furbolg turns around to you, sends a, What brings you here, Wanderer?
A vision, actually.
Oh boy, we're all coming together through visions. Are you all that's left? I remember seeing a large, as he turns to, he kind of looks around, he's like, are you all that's left of what I saw?
What do you mean?
You and Hagre here, but I saw a woman, and a black-haired man, and an elven man, that had a stringed lute, a fine lute.
Captured,
Don't
missing in the end.
They're all gone.
Yeah.
How unfortunate.
Our old group was kind of screwed from the start, I guess.
In my vision, you guys were all together, laughing and having fun, and I remember seeing Hagre out of all of them. He's the one that glowed with the light of the moon, but you yourself glow with a different light. Your aura gives off a nice feel. Well, I shall say that I feel that we are all here for a reason at this point in time. So what shall we do?
I'm supposed to head to a mountain to find some sort of creature.
I see.
And I'm supposed to guide young Hagre here. I was chosen. I know some of your message was given by Vermoon there. You literally just told me. I'm also having a brain fart. Okay. So, what say we... I mean, we all seem to be headed somewhere from mountains.
I guess that we should head out then. I've got a small force here that was supposed to accompany me, but I guess that they can help us out now too.
Yes, they can come with, I suppose. It won't be any different. The more the merrier, I suppose, on this
Jordan,
dreadful journey.
send me my men's names. I want to know this.
Okay.
Hagrid's gonna quickly scarf down his chicken and throw back his meat. I
I
will
would
be
like
right.
to yell to the bartender. Can I get meat over here? And then sort of put down some coin on the table.
Oh no, hold on. I messed up. Is it doing this? Okay. Those are the names. Full names.
Thank
Okay.
you.
So what was it that you were doing, Hagrid? I'm stuck in this voice. Ah!
I'll be right back. I have to retrieve my 2 traveling friends.
That's understandable. I'll wait here. Actually, I'm going to go gather some resources for the journey. I'll go get my little friend Hoots as well.
Okay. Yes.
And as you guys set off into different directions, Sinza, what are you doing?
Like I said, I'm gonna sort of tap on the can and like sort of politely.
Okay. Do you guys like finish up your meals and your drinks and
Yeah.
everything?
Yeah. Just like a bottle for the road.
Hagre, you go back to where you're going. Are you going back to the inn, Kayla?
Yep.
Okay. You go back through the door. Are you specifically looking for Stoic and Venna?
Yeah, I'm looking for Stoke and Vinna and that weird dude that came along.
Oh yeah, the other bard. Okay, you go back into the room. Venna is still asleep. Oh, I just saw that Will change the name to the deceased. Venna's still asleep, and Stoic, he's still in your room. Guess
Yeah.
you can let him out. As he follows suit, and you go, yeah, to Venna's room, still asleep. What you gonna do when they come for you?
Wake up.
And Venna kind of like rolls out of bed. What are you doing, Hagre?
A visionary has come to see me.
A visionary?
He prophesied something or another, and he is now assisting us on our trip.
So we have a prophet on our side. This is the best Venna I can do, by the way.
Yes. He is blind, and he has a giant bear.
Giant bear
That is
in
also
town. It's also an owl. As he looks out the window, trying to see the owl bear, being disappointed and lowering his head. I can't see it from here.
I mean, it's just at the entrance.
Oh, nice. Well, I'll gather my stuff. So we're going on a journey, eh?
Yes. Far north into the mountains.
Sounds right. Cold. Well,
Dreadful.
guess we'll have to get over it. As he starts packing his things. I'll meet you down there in a moment.
All right.
I'll look for the other bard now.
You open the door to his room, and you find that his bed has already been made, but he's gone. There's a large parchment note left on the bedspread.
Mm-hmm. Hagre picks it up.
You gonna read it?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna type it to you. I'm just gonna tell you what it says. It basically goes. It's all sappy. It's just, dear Hagre, Venna, and crew. Thanks for the journeys and all the stories. I must head out. It has been a pleasure working with you.
Makes sense. Is there a trash can?
Yeah. Oh wait. Before I end it off, I also had a little note here. It's in parentheses, and it just says family issue at the bottom.
Hagre throws it into the trash can and walks out.
Okay. You come back outside. You're walking back down the hallway as Venna kind of stumbles out of his room carrying his stuff. Well, guess we should get going.
Yes. Let's meet up with Cozy.
Around the time that Cozy.
Wasn't that his name?
Yeah. Venna was asking about the name.
Oh.
It's an odd name.
No odder than Venna.
I take that as a jab to me, but otherwise, I will not do anything about it. As you continue walking down the stairs and back out the front, you see the large bovine man gathering some bags onto the saddles. Not gathering, he's going through the bags and stuff, putting stuff in them.
Mm-hmm.
He looks toward you and he's like, "Ah, my new friend." Well, I shouldn't say friend. You're young, Hagre. As he looks at you and he walks up to you and he hands you a little necklace.
I look at it.
Oh, it's just a gift. There's not much to it, as it's it's a necklace with a little tree sprig on it, but it is formed into the shape of a sword.
Okay. Yeah, I
And
got
a whittled necklace of sorts.
I guess I'll put it on then.
You can't see how it looks on you, but I'd say it looks good.
Yes. Of course.
Okay, shall we continue down to the docks?
We shall.
Actually, should we gather anything more before we go on this trip? Is there any... Oh yeah, really quick before we go in.
Yep.
I sent it in your private. Your inventory. Or did I already add that stuff to you? Or did I don't think I did, so that's why
No,
I'm
yeah.
fixing.
Yeah, no, you didn't.
I was looking at your character sheet and noticed that it wasn't there, so. Okay. So, is there anything that we need before we go into this new land? I've not been in Kilovia in a while.
Mm. What's Cozy looking like? Is he wearing some cozy clothes?
He's furry, but he also has some winter get up on alongside his cloak.
Let me check if I got anything to make fires. I should be good.
Okay. Just wanted to make sure. Ooh.
And there's
And
also
around the
ancient rations that I never used.
ancient rash. I would just say you replenish them with fresh stuff as you continue your journey. Until you use them. You just always had rations on your side.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you make your way, as Cozy starts to turn and lead the owl bear, eventually getting up on its back. Sorry, I have the hiccups for some reason. You guys walk by the restaurant you were at.
Mm-hmm.
And around that time, you see Senza and the two armed guards exit.
Wait a minute. Vinna?
Yes, I'm still here.
Such a long time since you showed up for since I've seen you.
I got a bit drunk and carried away in Candor. I'm sorry. Sorry to hear what happened.
Yeah. Still don't know what happened to Shazith.
Oh, Shazith. He turns to Hagre. Shall we? He whispers to you, Hagre. He's like, should we tell her or not?
There's nothing to be known about that scumbag.
Understandable.
Get cursed in the afterlife, dumb bitch.
No, he's back. A zombie Shazith has shown up.
I said afterlife.
Yeah. you just see the figure of a ghostly Shazith standing in front of you, flipping you off. As you guys continue on down the road, I'm gonna say, Senza, do you follow or are you?
Yeah, I'm gonna follow, and I'm gonna tell my guys. Okay. New plan. We follow Hagre. Yeah.
Right. As one of them turns and like, I'm gonna go grab the stuff from the wagon.
All right. Actually, Hagre, do you have a ride?
No.
Bring the wagon around. I'm pretty sure we can make room for all of us.
Senza, we're about to take a boat.
Oh. I knew that.
As they're slowly starting to get out of earshot.
Let's just keep going.
As you guys eventually, all of you make your way, you see a specific, I keep saying specific. I need to stop doing that. You see a rather peculiar scene of there's a large group of people getting onto a not like a medium-sized boat. This would be the ferry. It's just commonly inferred that it is. But they let everyone but like one or two people off or back onto the boat as the gate closes. You see one kind of the final two people in line to get on this boat. The one in front kind of gives like a little shove to the guardsman standing there. Not like a aggressive shove, but like a, you know how like a Karen would like tap your chest if they're arguing with you in a store, like denying them service.
Yeah.
Kind of like that, giving them a knife hand.
Oh man, can't wait to hear this.
As you guys continue approaching, Will, would you like to introduce your character?
Okay, you got that part about my character completely wrong.
What do you mean?
She wouldn't be standing there knife handing the dude.
What would she be doing?
You would understand, like, hey, there's no more passage, and then you kind of brush it off, knowing that the next day there's going to be more passage.
No. I was saying that the guard is. Well, I mean, I didn't get to say it anyway. Anyway, didn't know your character was a softie. I'm sorry. But yeah, I guess she would be doing her thing.
She'd be walking away.
Never mind. I was trying to set up a scene, but okay.
That is the scene. I know what my character would do, Jordan. That's what she would do.
I know.
Who knows their character better?
Jordan.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Yeah, you see this scene of the two people who were left behind off the ferry. They start walking away as the guard kind of steps out in front of the gate. Sorry, there's no more passage. At least until the next boat comes around in a few hours.
Well, I guess we can wait if everybody else is okay with it.
Now, all of you. Around the time that this guard says that, you kind of hear people start. You hear like a thump on the boat, several thumps hitting the boat, and then on the decks. Will, your character, as you're walking away, going back along the beach side, I don't know how to describe them necessarily. Let me see here. A large fish-looking, frog-looking humanoid figure hops out of the water right in front of you, holding like a kind of like a branch, like a piece of driftwood formed into like a spear. As it looks toward you, it's like, bleh. Or like, and then it's like you hear some sort of speech come from it, like. And at this same time, as you see this happening on down the shoreline, the spear goes directly through the back of the guard who is holding the gate. As he falls to the ground, you see two more of them climbing up in front of you guys.
That can't be good.
Roll initiative. All of you.
Ho ho.
Oh boy.
I dropped my 1d20 that I didn't want to drop.
There it is.
Natural 20.
Hold on. I'll answer. Let me write these down. Go through. Okay, so let me go to initiative.
Does that count as unnatural 20?
So these three. Okay, I need. Okay, so 20 to 15.
Oh yeah, unnatural.
Okay, so first is you. See, what was yours?
20. Unnatural.
Uh, anything else? Anyone else roll between 15 or between 20 and 15?
Nope.
It's a sad day, boy. It's a sad day.
I rolled a 6.
Okay. You said you rolled a 6.
Yep.
Do. Wait. Okay.
Go first.
That's not my. Well.
What?
Do I have to roll initiative for the thing, or is
No,
that
it rolls my initiative.
Okay, good. It takes a turn after you, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
You good?
Yeah, I'm just writing some things down now.
Okay. How close is this thing to me?
Let me make sure I got it right. So there's you, Will, Senza,
Mhm.
Hagre, yeah. And let's see. That's the initiative.
Okay.
So, first turn, we go to Will. As this thing approaches you and starts like drooling and trying to yell at you in fish speak or whatever it is, it raises its as it raises its spear to you. What will you do?
Let's see here. What's it wearing? Is it just like cloth?
It's like a cloth undergarment looking thing.
Yeah.
There's not a whole lot going on in terms of clothes.
He's taking his pants off.
Oh,
Alright. I will put on my little toolkit. Mix two strange looking liquids together. As they start to bubble, I splash it onto him and cast web.
Okay. Let's see.
Roll a dex.
Do. Let's see here. That's a 4. It
Is restrained.
alrighty.
Then
And now
no, let's. I'll hold off on that for now, as it'll go to my other thingy. And I'll use my bonus action to tell it to attack.
so I'm gonna say it stands up and not really stands up. It steps toward this beast and attacks. Using what exactly?
It doesn't really have any weapons, so it would just be its metal hand.
Okay, just an unarmed attack.
Yep. No weapons haven't given to it yet. Let me find it. There it is.
It does a certain amount of damage. That's why I'm asking.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, not my characters, my campaigns. Can't find it.
What are you talking about? The Still Defender?
It's not popping up for me.
I found it. It's under features and traits.
Okay. It doesn't say anything. Okay, whatever.
Okay.
It would hit. That's something
Is
you
it-
would have to roll for, but
What the damage?
yeah. Well, I can roll the damage if you want me to, but
Yeah, it's roll the damage.
okay.
1d8. That's it.
That's a D10. What am I doing?
Or no, I just put +2.
Okay.
And it's force damage.
Let's see here.
Oh, yeah.
3.
Attack your spell attack modifier to hit, reach 5 feet, one target you can see. Get 1d8 plus PV force damage.
Let's cut down to. Okay, it does. This thing that you command. I don't want to go into a lot of detail, but as you guys are on the dock, you see this person just cast a web. Cast this huge web net on this thing that is restrained on the ground, and the other person runs up and punches it, knocking the thing's head like to the side, but it turns back around quickly. It's black, dead, dark eyes looking directly at you now, angry. So, with that, is that all of the turn right there?
Yep.
That's it. Senza, it is your turn. As these two things have killed this guard in front of you guys. I'll probably change the music.
So first, I'm gonna activate my Crimson Right.
Okay, so
Oh
you
no,
got
she's
yourself.
cutting herself again.
And here's my. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go with Ice.
Eyes?
I'm gonna do my Ice Crimson Right because my logic is if these guys are covered in water and I freeze that water.
Okay.
Okay, now as my first action, at my attack, I'm gonna go in for a slash with my longsword.
Okay,
If that's
roll to hit.
okay. Okay. Hold on. 17.
17, that hits. Roll your damage. And this would be on the one that is listed as 2 on the initiative order, by the way. The one that is on your side, the one in front of you.
Okay, that deals a total of 8 damage.
8 damage, nice. Okay. It feels in pain for a moment. The ice damage, this attack, very unexpected. It thought you guys were civilians, but of course, no. So it reels in a bit of pain before quickly raising its driftwood, whittled down into the form of like a trident at you again.
As it's recovering, I'm going to use my action to cast Chaos Bolt on it.
Okay. It is a roll to see what type you do.
Hold on, I gotta roll to hit first.
Yeah,
15.
that hits.
Okay. And since I'm casting it at 2nd level, that will be 3d8.
I can't whisper.
Hold on, I gotta get the table up real quick.
I didn't leave anyone out of the initiative order, did I? I've done that before by accident.
17 and... Hold on, I'm just gonna roll d3 to see which one it is to mix it up.
Oh, you roll a... It's not a d3. It's
No,
like
I
a
got
D8.
choose what I got choose one of the d8s to be which damage it does. So and there's 3 d8s. I'm just gonna choose from the 3 randomly just to make it easier. 3. So that would be thunder damage. 17 thunder damage on that man.
As Hagre, as you're seeing your friend rush into this into the fray once again, fighting this thing that just killed this man, you see her slash her arm and then cut this thing as it reels back in pain. It raises its driftwood trident back up to hit her, and she immediately just, I would say, reach out your hand. You just blast this thing with thunder damage as it goes flying over the boat back out into the water.
Yeah.
It goes out there in several different parts. That one is now dead.
Nice.
I'm gonna sort of move back to Hagre. Am I within that other thing's attack range before I do that?
I would say no, it is on the other side. So it is out of the 5 feet range. It is closer to Hagre than it is to you.
Well, I'm gonna sort of move a bit back to regain my bearings. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, is that it?
Yeah, that's it for my turn.
As your turn ends, we come to the other, I don't know how to say their name, the other thing, this fish creature coming at you, Hagre, looking kind of weird. You've never seen a creature like this in your parts or anywhere else you've ever been. It kind of just looks at you and it's like as it goes for a stab with the driftwood-shaped spear.
Well, you too, buddy.
Donald Duck has entered the chat. Let's go. Does an 11 hit? I don't think so.
No.
Let's see. That is it.
Alright.
Wait. Sorry, I was wrong. This one, after it does the miss on the spear attack, it immediately jumps and tries to bite you. Does a 12 hit?
No.
No, okay, we're good. That is the end of its turn. Hagre, it is now your turn.
Hagre would go into attack this man with his healing tag gained axe.
Mhm.
Rolling an 18 for the first attack.
That hits.
Okay.
Are you raging? Or is
No.
this just a thing that you get? Oh, yeah, you get 2 attacks. Okay, yeah, my bad.
And for my second attack, I roll a 21.
Nice, they both hit.
Nice, okay. That works. The damage again? Alright. The first attack doing 6 damage, and the second doing 16 as I slam down on this guy's neck.
Okay. Yeah, you slam it down its back. Okay. Oh, on his neck? Sorry, I misunderstood. Senza, as you take your few steps back to get your bearings once again, you see Hagre. This thing tries to attack Hagre, and he just comes down on with as he raises his axe to bring it down onto this thing's neck. Lightning kind of shoots out of the axe at the same time, and just comes down and basically strikes this thing's neck from its body, its head from its body, as the lightning burns and basically cauterizes both, like the wounds on both sides, just sawing it or cleaving it directly in half down then. So yeah, that thing is dead too.
Nice one, Hagre.
Hagrid's then going to use his movement to move towards the next one.
Hey Brady, I messed up something.
Huh?
You already did this, but I'll just make sure. Let's see. I messed up the stats on it. That's what I didn't add the normal damage, so just for the future, whenever you use it again.
Oh, okay, it does more damage.
Yeah, I messed up. Did the music quit for anyone else?
I muted it. For me, so I wouldn't know.
Okay, well, it quit for me. Anyway. Oh, there it is again. Oh, never mind. It's lagging. In any case, you start moving toward the one that is harassing this new person who you just saw walk away, the one that is now engaged with basically holding them off from walking away.
Yeah.
Is that all your turn? You get like about halfway there, I would say. Or you get most of the way there.
I have a walking speed of 40, by the way. Just
Oh, well, if that's the case, you do get up to the area in which they're fighting.
Mhm.
You practically stand right next to the two who are fighting it.
that's where my turn is.
Okay. So here, as it will pass over that person's turn and going into the other one's turn. Now that was the one that was harassing Will's character. You see it raise, as you approach, you see it raise its spear and go for a quick spear attack, trying to stab this new person.
The new person or the thing that attacked it?
Well, specifically the thing that attacked it, I should say. Okay, hold on. Hagre just got up next to you, Will, and it's going to attack the one that attacked it. Not coming out of the web, it's just attacking the closest thing to it. So, let's see. I have to roll again because it was cocked. That is a 3. That does not hit. as it will then go for a bite against this person that just punched it. That is an 8. That does not hit. It is restrained, so it cannot do anything else. And it's Cozy's turn. Cozy just kind of stands there, watching, or not really watching, but sitting on the back of Hoots. Like, ah! And that's all he does. Senza, your 2 guards will then back off of the. I'm going through their turns in quick succession. They will now back off the dock and start approaching the one that is currently covered in webs, just like Hagre and the other characters are over there. Swords drawn. They will both
Hear
take.
the sound effects of swords drawing and the stock voice line of "Never should have come here twice."
No.
As they approach, they don't get quite close enough to actually enter the fray, but they get closer. Boots, the owlbear, kind of gives like a ooh as starting here, another larger figure emerges from the water. A much larger one, accompanied by another a weird one. Okay, there's one that is dressed in more battle armor, like with shells and stuff. What looks like. And then there's one that comes out with a more seaweedy robe-looking thing. Let's see.
The second one's definitely a wizard.
As they enter the fray, they will be... I don't know how to say their name. Just going to add them here.
Wagon.
Ahuagin.
Oh, Hagen.
As that happens, you see those 2 enter the fray.
Like where we are back on the boat.
They kind of hop up on the beach area, further back from the one that was just entangled. Not just entangled, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And now it is Will. It's your turn again.
Woo! Alright.
As I have to enter there. And okay, your turn.
Yeah, I'm looking at my spells.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be weirdly insistent. I was just writing stuff down. Kind of sad that the music bot messed up.
Fine. I have it muted anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah. There it goes. Anyways. I take out my toolbox 2 big kind of like metal spoons.
Mm-hmm.
And I clack them together, making a booming noise. And I'm going to cast Thunderclap.
Okay. And that is... Okay. Let me see here. Is that a dex save?
It's a con save.
Con save. Okay.
Con save.
My stuff isn't loading for some reason. There it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Con saves for 2 individuals. 3 individuals. My bad. My bad. Okay, the one that is restrained had a nat 1.
Okay.
The one in the roby robes, the seaweedy robes, failed. And the bigger one did not fail. I think it passed with a 17.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
17.
well, then it
That's with a
takes
20.
instead of the full 2d6, they take the 1d6.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the damage.
That's fine, God. Oh. Okay, so the ones that took the full damage would be 6, and the ones that took half would be 3.
Wait a minute. I mix these up. Okay. And that one will be 6. Okay. Anything else? You
I'm going to use my bonus action to have the thing next to me hold its action.
okay. Hold its action for the person entangled to get out or something?
Yep.
Okay. Is that it? No movement or anything? Okay.
That's it.
As we come back around to, let's see here. Senza, it is your turn again.
Alright. I'm gonna sort of move into the fray, sort of move in where everybody is.
You don't, you make it to the area, you don't quite make it up to attack anything though.
I'm going
Like
to use.
you are behind these two new figures standing and holding this person, this fish
Would
person.
you say I'm within 120 feet of anything?
Yeah, you're within 120 feet of all three things that are now standing on the beach looking at you guys.
Well, Mr. Shaman, if that even is his real name,
That's not his name.
know.
That's not his name. His name would be
Exactly.
I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast.
How dare
Okay.
you? My mother's name was.
See, that sounds like my dad's name.
Roll to hit.
Okay. Unnatural 20.
That hits.
Okay, I'm gonna that would 2d10. 15 damage. Force damage to be specific.
Oh fuck! I left Ven out of initiative.
You did.
I don't care.
That's
just
yeah,
kinda
carry
takes
there,
it.
honestly.
He's sitting there with Cozy. Been on Cozy. So that is how much damage to the priest?
15 force damage.
15. Nice.
And let's go in for chill touch.
Whom the chill touches.
9, that does not hit.
No, that is not hit. Is that all of your turn? It is both a spell attack and your other action. And you're out of movement.
Yeah, I don't really have anything I can do, so I'm just gonna stand here.
Hagre,
Eh.
your turn.
Hagre's gonna approach the bigger guy, seeing as the one that's tied up and getting his shit rocked anyways.
Yeah.
And is going to murder his beast. Woohoo.
Are you attacking the one that was tied up, getting rocked, or
No, I'm going for the bigger guy.
okay, the bigger guy?
I did not expect to be fighting literal murlocs this session.
Does an unnatural 20 hit?
Yes.
No.
Aw, dang.
No.
That hits.
What about a nat 1?
A nat 1 does not hit, sadly.
Darn. Only one of my attacks hit. Well, whatever shall I do?
Okay. I'm watching your dice rolls roll out, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Dealing 13 damage.
Sweet. That's what I'm talking about, boys.
And I go for the side, right in between the ribs.
You come up. I'm gonna say that your first attack. This thing tries to sidestep you a bit. You glance off of its like mur armor or whatever. Then you come around with a hit from the underneath the side as your axe kind of starts arcing out electricity once again, and just as this thing you dig into its side, blue blood starts pumping out of it. Well, bluish black blood starts pumping out of the side of this thing. Yeah, it kind of reels back like as you've now angered the thing. And
Better than Hagre. You can't even speak common.
is that all?
Yeah.
Okay. Now the thing that was tied up, it's going to immediately attempt to try to get out of this web. So, is that a strength or dex? Will, let's see here. Hey, you're the web spell. Uh, is that a strength save? That's a strength check to get out of it. What is your spell save DC, Will?
16.
That just hits for the strength check. So this thing wiggles. It manages to rip its way out of the web you've cast on it.
Yeah.
Which would, I guess, since you had that action ready, would provoke an attack from the other thing that you held. You can roll a hit to that.
Oh boy, let's go. Woo! Woo!
What kind of damage does it do?
Force.
Or what die?
1d8.
Okay.
It's for the attack. It's 1d20 plus 8 since it takes my spell attack modifier.
Oh, I see.
And it's a d8 plus. I haven't figured that last part out yet. Oh wait, if that's that, then that would be proficiency bonus, which is 3. Okay. Are you rolling this time or am I?
You roll to hit. I'll roll the damage.
Okay. Natural 20.
Nice. That's cocked. Hold on.
Yeah, and then 1d8 plus proficiency bonus, I guess, because it says PB.
Is that for the damage?
Yeah, it's 1d8 plus proficiency bonus, then double it since
double.
it's not 20.
This thing. Okay, so you witness this thing rip its way out of the web, only for a punch to come to, like, a punch just go directly into its face. Dents in the entire side of this thing's head as it falls over limp. It is now dead. Yeah, that's it.
The
Back
thing,
down.
could I cast Blood Curse of the Fallen Puppet on it?
You even have that?
Yeah. I got second Blood Curse when I level up.
Here. You can make that creature immediately make a single wait. Let me see here. I don't know if that would work. You use your reaction to make that creature immediately make a single weapon attack against a target of your choice within its attack range. So no, it is not able. Unless you want to attack the other two people here.
Why would I do that? So no. I was thinking to make it throw its spear, but
That could. It's a melee attack.
all right.
Now we
Then
go back around to It's not your turn.
I know.
So we go around to Cozy's turn. He kind of he starts to step off of Hoots here. Takes out what looks to be a very thin piece of wood from his cloak. Points it at you, Hagre.
Oh my.
Hold on. Hold on, I'm dumb. It doesn't work. Hold on. He points it at the creature, the one making the one that just got hit by the Eldritch Blast. And yeah, let's see here. Let's see. Okay, so now you see this the priestly figure, the priestly fish figure, kind of as it tenses up and is now held in place. Yes, I got it.
That's one, Cozy.
Then we go back around to the big guy who just got attacked by this massive man with this massive axe doing massive damage. It looks at him, takes out its bone, not really bone, it's like kind of a driftwood trident, as always. Goes to hit him with it. Natural 20.
No.
See here. That's natural 20 plus 7, so it's 27 to hit. Okay. That is doubled, so Hagre, you take 20 points of piercing damage. This thing turns around and stabs you violently in the belly.
Not my belly.
That's 20 points of piercing. Holy crap.
Ooh, it hurts so good.
And then it will go for a bite on you. That's an 11 to hit, so it does not hit. That's all of its... Oh, yeah, that's all of its turn. Let's see here. The other one stays paralyzed. Sends one of your guard rushes out to attack the one that just stabbed Hagre with a short sword. Hits. Does 6 total damage to this thing. The other one rushes up to the one that is paralyzed. Goes for a slash at it. It misses somehow. No, it's paralyzed, so it goes at advantage. Sorry. Again, misses. Guess he just can't get a good sword swing in. Or he hit it and it just glanced off or something. Anyway, time the owlbear hoots. As you've heard it be called, very cutely, kind of rushes up and gets behind you guys, and that's where it stops. Will, it is your turn again.
Okay. So the web's gonna fizzle out.
Yeah.
And just see Hagre gets stabbed. Or is it? Did I see that someone gets stabbed?
Yeah, you see that he got stabbed pretty harshly in the stomach.
Okay, how close is he?
They're within 10 feet. 10 feet further back from this guy.
Okay. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to bring this box of equipment with me. I move 10 feet up to him. And then I'm going to pull out a thread and needle. As I put one hand up against his stomach and start to thread it. Like suture it back together. Casting Cure Wounds on him.
Yeah, how would that work? Okay, yeah, that works.
Yeah, I'm
Sorry,
fixing his wound.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was confused about how things. Okay. You quickly, as this thing pulls the trident out, you run up and you suture the wound in his stomach back together. How many points does he gain back?
He gains 12 back.
Here, you gain 12 hit points back.
Man, Hagre gets sitting there like, bro, what the?
Aaron wasn't willing.
Was he not willing? Well, it doesn't say if they have to be willing or not.
Yeah. I didn't expect it. He
This has
wasn't
no-
ready.
It just has no effect on undead or constructs though.
Yeah. Next turn will.
And bonus action. I'm gonna skip the bonus action this time. And then have the robot move up.
Okay. Moves up. Where I'm gonna say gets to like next to you and where everyone is kind of circling these two figures. Is that all? Oh, Hagre's gone.
Yeah, that's all. That's all.
Senza, it's your turn. Senza, it's your turn.
I'm gonna rush up to the man who just hurt Hagre and sort of yell out, "Don't hurt Hagre!" and then just sort of slash him.
Okay.
Um,
Roll to hit.
Unnatural 20.
Nice. That hits.
And I am going to cast the brand of castigation on him.
Okay.
Okay, 5 damage, and he's now branded. He now officially has a mattress tag he cannot remove. And to follow that up, I'm going to sort of...
Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
As soon as that happens, I am going to, cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
That's a 15 to hit.
That misses, or does not hit.
Alright. And do I have any movement left after moving to him?
You have 20 feet of movement left.
Okay, I'm gonna sort of move back to where Hagre and Will are.
Provokes. They didn't move. They're still on the other side. It's about the same as you. They're on the right side of this thing. You ran up beside where the new
Okay, in
character
that case, I'm just gonna sort of stay there.
Okay.
And let's see if there's
Yeah, move,
anything
I
I can do as a bonus action. Oh, me. No, I can't really.
Alrighty. Is that all?
Yeah, I'm gonna sort of disengage after. No, not disengage, but in my turn.
Hagre, it's your turn. Okay. Hagre.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna mess this guy up. This half frog, half whatever the crap he is, looking retarded, looking 18
Hits.
and 26.
That hits. both rolls hit.
Nice. Alright. My first hit does 16 damage.
Okay.
And my second hit will do 16 damage.
Nice. As you come around, the lightning arcing around your axe. Now, as you get more and more empowered from this fight, the lightning gets stronger. You come around with two big blows, knocking this thing around, taking two huge slashes out of this thing. Looking quite wounded at this point. Blue blood, bluish black blood, bleeding all over the place, dripping. Axe is now covered in it.
Oh,
Anything else you'd like to do?
Um,
Was your double attack?
you are weak and sad. Pathetic.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
The over Cozy is now, he kind of meanders up to you in this big group. Here. Didn't do that quite right. Anyway. He looks directly at the walks up to you, Hagre, and he touches you, and you, as he touches you, you feel your skin. You feel growths coming up on your skin as kind of like bark forming all around your skin, and that gives you. Let's see here. It makes your AC. Makes your AC 16. I don't know if that's your AC, but it gives you a bark skin.
Oh man.
your skin is hard.
Take that. No more getting hurt, told the young man. Let's see, ends his turn. This large raider chief, seeing this, goes to attack him. He gets around to the side and tries to cast his spell on you. It says AC hits him with with the first attack being the spear, stabs through around your side and does, let's see here. Stabs Cozy around your side to his chest area. His blood begins to pour from his chest. Cozy kind of looks down at this stab in his chest, like, oh no.
Oh dear, I've been stabbed.
I've been impaled.
I got you.
As this happens, the brand of castigation activates and deals 3 psychic damage.
Indeed, indeed.
Oh, yeah.
As it now jumps up to bite you, Hagre. The 12? No, a 12 does not hit your AC. It bites into the bark and just gets a mouthful of bark. The other one stays paralyzed. First house guard goes in for a sword swipe on the one that just stabbed Cozy. Does not hit. The other house guard that is attacking the frozen one doesn't does not hit either.
How you
The
miss him
owl
like
bear
that?
runs around, all the way around all of you, and goes for an attack against this thing that just attacked Cozy. Practically in a rage now. You hear the owl bear like it jumps for a. See here. I have to get back to him. There he is. Goes for a large claw strike at this thing. And then goes for a beak bite. Natural 20. Hold on. 20.
Be right back.
Nerd.
Oh man, okay. Being bitten by this large beak, the owlbear rushes up and sinks its beak down into like the area in which the shoulder meets the neck. Blood starts immediately spurting out as this fish creature now just stumbling around. So it is your turn.
Oh, it's my turn. What's still alive?
The one that is paralyzed right now, and the one that is now kind of struggling to stay alive. Those are the two things that are alive. They're attacking.
Okay, well. Yes. Excuse me. Seeing as that thing's paralyzed, there's a chance it'll become eye paralyzed. So I want to go after the one that's struggling to stay alive.
Yeah. Can't wait to see what he does.
You said bird person, not bird person, but kind of moo person was attacked.
Yeah. Stabbed in the chest by the spear.
How far away is he?
You can walk over and heal him up. He's like on the opposing side of Hagre.
Okay.
He's like behind Hagre to the right side. You're next to Hagre on the left side, so.
Yeah. So I'm going to taking out a thin piece of white cloth.
Mm-hmm.
Walk up to this man, and I'm just going to wrap it around his arm,
Okay.
and that will be me casting aid.
What does that do?
His hit points increase by 5 for the duration. Duration is 8 hours.
Okay. Okay. Is that all you're gonna do?
Yep.
Okay. Enzo, it's your turn. As you
Still
missed,
alive?
the last thing that just happened was this owlbear had rushed up and bitten a large chunk out of the area between the shoulder and the neck of this frog person thing. It just stabbed Hagre. Is now kind of bleeding heavily and holding its neck with one hand while its spear's in the other, stumbling around, struggling to stay on foot and alive. And the other person, the new person here, had just walked up and put a bandage on Cozy. Basically, cast aid. What are you gonna do?
Going to cast Chill Touch.
Okay, that's a roll to hit.
Specifically, like, I'm gonna try to get into the wound so that it just, like, gets inside.
Okay, roll to hit.
That misses. So I'm just gonna go in for the good old
What was
sword.
it? What was it?
8.
Okay.
I'm gonna go in with the good old sword.
Okay, roll to hit again.
1.
1? A nat 1?
Yeah.
Miss. I would say, yeah.
You know,
That'll your turn.
sometimes you just gotta let it die. And that's what I'm gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Hagrid, it's your turn.
Oh boy, it's time to go killing it. Alright, so I'm gonna attack this bad boy. 17.
That hits.
Alright.
Don't have to roll again, trust me.
Dealing 20 damage. I want to
Come around.
attack.
You know what? How do you want to kill this thing?
Oh man, how do I want to kill this thing? Alright, so Hagre, to put a little bit more force into his swing, does spins a little bit and cleaves the axe through the ribs about like halfway until it hits the spine.
Ooh. Nice. This thing, as your axe lights up once again with the lightning arcing from it, dig it in. You dig it in far enough to feel it cleave through the bone in the back, and then falls limp. You're lifeless. And seeing as the other one is now paralyzed,
Ooh, I'm gonna use my
have
move
finished combat.
to kill it.
So with that, with one quick swing, you finish off the one that was paralyzed as well, seeing as it could not do anything, and it failed with a nat 1 on its wisdom save again. Now combat is over. And from there, we will take an intermission. Go back.
Woo!
Hello, we are
What's
back.
good, people?
I no longer have to have the book in my lap because that's that.
Yes.
Situation has resolved itself.
Yeah.
You guys got all these creatures out of their out of their existence, basically. Senza wiping one from existence, Hagre killing 2 of them, and
Mecha figure.
The other two people killing the other two. Or yeah. Oh, Hagre killed 3.
Killed one.
You killed 1.
Yep.
So, as we come back to this scene, you guys are gathered around this the dead bodies of whatever these things are. Trying to figure out what to do next. So, any action you'd like to take?
I'm packing up my tools. That's gonna take me a
Hello
bit.
there. Might you be? It's cozy, kind of looks down his back, like holding his arm up with the bandage still doing its work or whatever. This, I'm calling it a bandage, but you know what it is. He's walking over to you.
I'll look up at him and then I'll look back down, still gathering the tools together. Making sure everything's in its correct spot.
I see, says the blind man.
No, you don't.
Make that joke.
No, he doesn't. She doesn't make that joke.
No, I meant the one that Jordan said.
Yeah, that was supposed to be a joke.
It's pathetic.
Kind of cozy then puts his little wand away back into his cloak. Slowly walking over to Sinza and Hagre. And then over to the owlbear, Hoots. Anything that you guys would like to do?
I'm gonna sort of check on the state of everybody.
What does that entail?
Like, just sort of see how everybody is doing exactly.
Well, you know Cozy is doing decently, other than the wound in his chest.
Oh.
As he kind of like looks down at it as you walk up to him, and he opens up his hand. Let's see. He opens up his hand, and you see a grouping of 10 berries appear in his hand.
This
And as he
man
does-
casts Goodberry.
As he does so, he just takes 2 of them, or 3 of them. Wait, hold on. He personally takes 5 of them, pops them into his mouth really quickly. Anyone want any? No one?
I'll take some. I'll take like 2 berries.
Okay, go ahead.
And then I'll pop them in my mouth. So, what type of berry?
These are
The good
specifically
kind.
blue. They're well, they're basically blackberries.
I'll munch down on these black.
Walks up to you, Hagre.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like some? I have 3 left.
Sure. Hagre grabs one.
You get 1 HP back if you eat it.
Yeah.
And he walks over to you, and you're in there. Well,
Yeah.
Do you like one?
No, it's fine. We're both good.
Alrighty.
Nice.
He takes those 2 and stuffs them down in a small pouch beside him. What are you doing, Will?
Finally packed everything up. I will take the toolbox, put it into my little backpack, and I'm going to start walking because it's going to be a while before we'll find a place to sit because it's going to be a while before they clean up that body and get another boat going.
As the boat has casted off slowly, going out into Othean's Eye.
Yep.
The one just took off. And it eventually goes out of sight. Snow is still falling on the city. Well, what shall we do while we wait?
Hagre's going to pick up the dead body of the bigger one and then throw it into the water.
Yes,
You do so with relative ease, seeing as this thing is probably only around 5 feet tall. It's not as heavy as most humanoids are. Towards height. Pretty slimy, though.
I'm also gonna sort of help out with cleanup.
Okay.
Are you telling?
Yeah, Hagre's just kind of going to start throwing the dead bodies in the water.
Okay. You two managed to clean up the mess of the 5 bodies. Doesn't take you that long.
Wait, did you count the guard in that?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's 3 of the original warriors, and then the extra 2. It's 5 bodies.
Because I was like, wait a second, do we just throw that guard?
Oh, if you did, you did.
If you did throw the guard, no. The guard is eventually people come along and start helping to try to clean up.
Man really died by a frog.
The guard that died or was stabbed is eventually come by. He's picked up by a few of the citizenry, and they drape like a blanket over him as they pull him onto a stretcher and take him off. So, it's as the day goes on, the snow kind of slows down to a slight flurry. Not as heavy as it was, but it's it is starting to accumulate on the ground a bit more. Probably have about an inch of snow everywhere. Then, like the water and stuff, has small pockets of ice are starting to form on the edges of the water.
Mm-hmm.
Fort time.
But anything you want to do? Are you guys just waiting here for the next ferry?
That's going to be also Hagre's just going to go sit, go back to the bar and sit.
Back to the bar.
With
Might as
Hagre.
well.
You guys go back to the bar and sit and wait. Cozy.
Would that give you time for a short rest?
I would say that as you guys wait for this next ferry to come around, you'll have around short rest is 30 minutes, right? 30 minutes to an hour.
Mm.
I would say this: you have 2 hours, all of you. You've already spent some time cleaning up the bodies. It was probably around 30 minutes before you went back to the bar, so you get to rest for an hour and a half.
Okay, I'm just gonna rest for an hour. Get that sort of recuperation in.
Eventually, we'll see the ferry come back around. The next boat, this one, a little larger. It looks a little bit better maintained.
Mhm.
Kind of comes up to the dock and we'll pile off and start tying it down.
Alright.
One of the guys who pilots the little boat, he captains it or whatever, the crew, he steps off and he's like, well, if you're waiting on the ferry, we'll be casting off in about 30 minutes.
Alright, thank you.
As he starts walking around the dock area, getting people, if they were getting on the ferry. Around this time, Senza and Hagre, as you guys are sitting in the bar together in Cozy, kind of recuperating a small bit. Kind of walks outside and looks back at you and he's like, ferry is here.
Oh man!
Um,
Thank God we had Cozy to look for us.
He can't
if
necessarily see, but
I'm
he
gonna
feels
ask
orders.
I'm gonna ask for a bottle of mead for the road.
This motherfucker looking out for him.
That is 1 gold.
Okay, I pay up.
Okay.
I'm gonna put it in my pouch.
Unless it's gonna make me do this thing.
Okay. Cozy follows you along with Hoots. The crew of the ferry, as you guys are starting to get on, they question Cozy about Hoots, the owlbear. He's like, oh, don't worry, he doesn't hurt anyone. As long as you don't try to touch him without him specifically giving any type of permission.
Written consent.
Oh, he's not
As-
violent. Just violently racist.
Exactly.
Cozy gets on board and followed by Hoots.
Hoot.
2 house guards that are with you, Senza, get on board, and Will, you see the character who was fighting alongside you on the boat, on the ferry, along with another character. If you want to describe that person, Will.
Okay. So, pulling down her head a little, it's plain to see that her hair is pale white. Almost like the snow falling.
Very much like the snow.
Pretty much like the snow. It's braided. Oh, good night. Braided. 2 braids going down. Her, the rest of the skin that you can see is kind of a grayish pale color. As her eyes are very similar to Cozy's in the fact that they are also grayed out. As for the compatriot, metal and steel is a part of its body, as you can tell something is fueling it by the fact that its eyes have a certain light about them. As for it, it looks like a younger version of the person standing next to it in a way.
Calm down there.
Calm down.
Hoots. Sorry, my dog is barking. You can probably hear that, but
Man, Hoots is wildin'.
Yo, you know who it's about.
Oof, oof.
Yo, we should go find Ron.
Oh yeah, Venna and Stoic also get on board.
That's just stoic in the back, bro.
Yeah.
Need to go find Ron.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much it.
You guys are all on board. A few other people get on, but not as many. It's not as full as the first ferry. I would say a few other random citizens and traders get on board and either walk to the front of the ferry or the lower deck. The upper deck, the one that you stand on, it has benches all the way around it. There are some sightseeing type binoculars on both sides. And it does have a small rowboat attached to the left side of it.
Oh my.
As the crew members, last call, about 5 minutes later, the connection to the dock is severed. They pull the rope back, and they slowly start to cast off. The sail is lowered, wind catches it. You guys are sailing off into Othean's Eye.
Oh man.
So what are you guys going to do while on this boat ride? It's going to take about half a day. So it will be evening going into nightfall when you get to Serpent's Tongue.
Ooh.
I'm gonna sort of sit down and just sort of try to strike up a conversation. Wonder what. I'm gonna ask what Hagre.
You're cutting out.
I want to enjoy the view. She's asking questions to Hagre.
I'm gonna ask Hagre and Venna how it's been, what they've been up to.
Travel.
What was that, Hagre?
Travel, that's about it.
We've been mostly sticking to ourselves and traveling again. After everything happened in Andor, we can't really
Yeah.
stick close to anyone.
I prefer forget about Candor.
It was a bad place.
Oh, it's fantastic.
With worse people.
Yeah.
Hey, at least we made it out.
We did get lucky. I wasn't even there. I'm the luckiest of all of us.
I cut
Who,
through.
who said that?
Nah.
Yeah. Well. So, did you all have the same vision? Oh, hold on. Did you all have the same vision I had?
Mine was of the group. What was, the woman and
What happens when you sit down all day and smoke opium?
Meh.
You see a lot of things.
I don't smoke opium. I only smoke the highest grade Kush. I'm kidding.
You got that gilly weed? Auction, bro.
No, but my vision was of the group that you guys were with.
Mama
What to-
Murphy?
What? I didn't say Lava Murphy. I said your guys' group.
It's a Fallout 4 thing.
I don't know exactly what Hagre had. But I'm here now.
My vision was directly from the goddess area.
Harry. Don't hear much about her.
I talked to her a bit, and then she told me what I had to do. I had to find Hagre and dragon. Whatever it is. Looked like a dragon. I don't know what it is, okay? It just sort of looked like it. It's apparently inside that man.
It can't be. A dragon hasn't been around in at least 250 years or so. The last one being sighted in the Battle of the Mountains.
I know that much. Trust me. I know my fair share about creatures, and I have investigated rumors of dragons.
Oh, if
A
there
big
has
bird or
been,
something.
If there is one still out there somewhere, especially in our way, we probably shouldn't take this lightly.
He told me that when I meet it, I should address it as a friend. I advise that we all do so. It would probably be best of our best interest to follow that advice.
Of course.
Well, I think I'm gonna get some rest before we arrive. I don't know about you guys.
So, you there. As he kind of tilts his head toward Will, your character.
I'm just still enjoying the view.
Right back.
I get the sense that you have some sort of mission, especially where we're going. You seem
So-
very determined.
Beautiful.
I didn't hear what you said.
Still enjoying the view.
Okay, this person does not want to talk to me. I think she's racist.
Very. But not really. She's just enjoying the view.
Oh. I'm going to go handle. Just gonna go over here, I guess. He stands up and walks over to Hoots. Hoots sits, like, sort of stands up on his, like, backside
Mhm.
and lays over on its side. As he starts grabbing some stuff out of one of the pouches. And both switching stuff out and grabbing things and putting them in different places on the saddlebags on Hoots. Takes out a small flask.
Yeah.
And he pops open the lid and drinks it.
And fucking downs it.
Doing drugs on cars, bro.
Let's see here. Yes. Okay. And then he sits down beside Hoots and goes into like a meditative state. Now you guys are left floating across the water, going to this new land. So, is there any action that you'd like to take?
I'm going to go rest up.
Okay.
I'm not enjoying the view.
Hagre?
Yeah, Hagre's gonna go take a rest.
Okay. I'm gonna say for the remainder of this trip along the inland sea, for the next 6 hours, you eventually the snow does get heavier in places and then it stops. You come to the port of still a city. The walls are kind of run down. The docks look very run down. This town looks kind of not really as industrial as you remember Candor was. It looks like the economy's made from fishing and trade. There's a lot of merchant ships here along with fishing ships. And from what you can tell, it's kind of a mediocre area as you pull into port.
Let's go.
No, the ship eventually, or the ferry, I should say, eventually comes to a stop and docks.
So that one counted as a long rest, correct?
That is 6 hours. A long rest is 8 hours.
Okay.
Or 4, depending on who you are.
Yeah. As the ferry docks, Cozy comes down, kind of nudging you, Hagre, and Sinza.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Mm-hmm. Hagrid will get up, I guess.
It's time to go.
Mm-hmm. Hagrid grabs his weapons.
Hagrid does drugs.
And then I guess he hops off the boat.
As I get off the boat, I'm gonna take a tiny swig of mead.
What's your passive perception?
Hold on, let me check.
14.
If I could unlock my dang phone. Okay, hold on.
What is that phone?
While she's looking on her
Complicated,
phone, I'm
okay.
just gonna start stepping.
Okay, passive perception 16.
After you guys as a group step off, two new people behind, Cozy and Hoots behind Hagre and Sinza. Sinza, you have your two guards in front of you. Hagre is a little off to the side. You see you don't really see. You feel a small hand grasp your pouch on your belt.
Who feels this?
Sinza.
I'm gonna sort of immediately draw my sword. I'm gonna with one hand draw my sword and with the put one hand on my sword, put the other.
As the hand you feel grasp your belt, you feel a slight weight try to take off running and fall due to being held back. And you draw your sword. As you turn around, you see a small, dirty child trying to steal your gold pouch off your side. I'm sorry.
Don't worry, kid. You're all right. Just try not to steal from people, okay? Yeah. I'm guessing that you might be going through some trouble, so here,
Your
take
AP?
this. 14.
You feel a kick go into your shin as the kid lets go and runs away. Not realizing he was about to get a handout, kind of runs
Too bad.
off. You get the sense that this place is very, very,
Prosperous.
yeah.
Just look, they have that. There, that right there. Don't know what I'm looking at, but it's there.
What is it?
No, they have that there. Look how prosperous.
Look how prosperous. Look at that thing. It's a rundown building.
The thing that's to my left here.
Thing that's to your left.
Yeah, beautiful.
It's a dirty dock.
Yep, beautiful.
Dirty bench.
Dirty docks?
Dirty dog.
Gotta be trifling.
Thought he'd be trifling. That kid be
Oh,
trifling.
we're at Dirty Dogs. Sins is trifling.
As you witness this go down, a few of the soldiers approach you and it's like, more arrivals. Well, if you want, there's a few bunkhouses around here. Expect good ale.
Alright. Do you guys think we need any more rest, or should we continue moving?
Well, I mean, we just spent 6 hours on a boat. Hagre doesn't think we need to rest anymore. And we already have.
Me neither.
So, what is everyone choosing to do? Senza and Hagre, what are you guys doing?
Let's continue on.
What?
Phil, what is your character doing?
Looking for ingredients.
As you all continue down this street, I would say roll. What type of ingredients are you looking for? And
Charcoal.
Is it?
Sorry, I'm looking for charcoal.
Oh, you can find that pretty easily.
Yep, that's what I thought. That's why I said charcoal.
Yeah, you managed to find that without any hassle. There's some like several areas where people would dump their like where they clean out their fireplaces and stuff.
Yep.
They would just dump that.
Bro, snag.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Treat.
You
Real delectable treat.
so well, I guess if we're going to keep moving, as Cozy gets up on the back of Hoots. Senza, your two guards kind of fan out to your house guards. One gets in the back and one goes toward the middle of the group, behind Hagre.
Cozy, I've got to ask, since when did you become a sage? How long have you been doing this?
All my life, young one. I've been training in the arcane, specifically in the druidic practices, as well as farseeing for as long as I remember.
As far back as I was cranking 90s back on the Fort box.
On that pussy.
Frank 90s on that pussy.
You see, I was alive when the orcs invaded.
And my master always told me I sat too close to the television.
That's right, we're an 18 plus podcast now.
And I said, that's not right. I'll never go blind. Watch where that got me.
That Blu-ray ain't shit.
Aaron,
This attaboy shit Hoots sees a vision of the party.
Fucking goes blind because of it.
Senza, since you're this, let's see here. Hagre, you're the second in line behind the guard. What's your passive perception again? Like 14?
Yeah.
Okay. You hear someone open their window and grab a bucket.
I'm going to step out of the way.
A large splash comes out of the window all over the street. You narrowly avoided it. It doesn't get on your clothes or anything, but it does manage to dirty up some of the paws of Hoots as he grumbles in frustration a bit.
Man, I'd be pretty upset too if some pee and poop got all over my feet.
Dang, bro. They're trying to die out here.
You come to a town square where there is a small tavern. There's a general market store there. A lot of there's foods and stuff. There's not a lot given it's winter time and the harvest has already happened and such. But they are trading little odds and ends. There's a blacksmith here in this market square.
Let's sort of browse around.
Okay. Is there anyone else looking for any specific thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Was it like a general store?
It's a store for there. It's a market area where you can practically find anything.
Okay, after I like had a separate bag for the charcoal that I'm placing it in, I'll tie off the bag, put it into my backpack, and then head to where the general store area is.
As you guys all enter this area, what are you looking for exactly?
You said I could find just about anything here, so I'm going to go talk to the person running the general store.
Okay. You come up to a sort of a gnomish man walking back and forth. He's putting things on his shelves. What can I do for you, lady? Lass? Sorry.
Yes. I am in the search of two, I guess you could say, materials I need.
Cereals, eh?
Mhm.
Type? I probably have it.
Okay, have you heard of saltpeter?
Peter.
Saltpeter.
Let's see. Potassium nitrate. I might have a small bit of it from the mines.
Well, I'm going to need as much as that as you can provide, and I'll pay handsomely for it. Other than
Alright.
that, do you have any of the yellow ore?
Hello, ore.
Kind of yellow, chunkish.
I would ask the blacksmith for that. He
Um,
deals in all sorts of ores.
Would I know the name of it? Are we at that era where we would know the name of it?
But what ore are we talking about?
Sulfur.
What?
Talking about sulfur.
I feel like people would know what it is, but they wouldn't know any use for it.
Okay, then yeah, I'll just say sulfur after explaining what it looks like.
Okay, yeah, the blacksmith would have that. Let me go see if I have any saltpeter.
Again.
After about a minute or so, he comes back out. I currently do not have any. I'm sorry.
Do you know where I can get some?
Maybe from a different trading caravan or anything you really see out there. We're having a sort of good shortage right now.
Mm.
The city to the east of here. I don't know if you've been in Kiorvia before. The more or less a lot of our resources were cut off recently from the mines of Lyra. I mean in the west, sorry, I didn't mean to say east.
Oh my goodness.
But the mines of Lyra have been cut off due to bandit attacks and other groups, I should say.
So it's possible there's saltpeter in that mine.
Yeah. It has been seen, it has been traded around here a lot. But I just don't have any in my store.
Fair enough.
As for sulfur, you might be able to find that at a mine as well.
I'll ask the blacksmith like you instructed before.
Alright, that sounds okay.
Thank you for your time. And then you guys are free to do whatever you want while I go to the blacksmith area.
Hagre and Senza, you continue walking through the city, seeing the various, I guess, not so glorious landmarks of random shanty towns and such. Very poor people here.
Yeah.
At one point, you see a coming out of a random rundown bar, two individuals fighting each other, and one beating the crap out of the other one. Like I told you not to cheat me in that game. Run on home to your lass before I go and get her myself. Turns around and goes back in. The guy, clearly beaten up, kind of stumbles away very drunkenly.
He drunkenly walks away.
This music that's going on in the background right now is way too glorious for this city. Are you continuing straight through the city?
I'll sort of take a gander around the
The what? Wait,
the marketplace.
market. Are you looking for anything in particular? Any items?
Not really, just sort of looking to be looking. Anything that can help on the journey mainly, or anything really curious, like anything that might be is really out of the ordinary.
You come to a stall as you're looking around. If you're looking around for these types of items, and there's a there's a human there. It's a male, and he's he's about, I'm gonna say, roughly 5 foot. Very short king. Let's go. Standing there, kind of leaned over the front of his stall, and the sign on it says "Marvel's Marvelous Mysterious Potions."
Interesting.
Want a potion, kid?
What type of potion you got?
this ass.
What did you say?
What type of potions do you have?
Oh, I got this one. he holds up a random bottle of like a bluish, like a purplish liquid.
Oh,
I also have
okay.
this one, and he holds up a yellow liquid.
That might
Also got that one back there. There's one that is bubbling on the inside, and it's like orange. Don't ask me where I got them.
I'm gonna take the bubbling one.
All right, gold.
2 gold?
5.
Oh, 5. Okay. I hand him the 5 gold.
There you go. Hands it to you.
Alright. I take this potion. Now, can I roll an Arcana check to try to figure out what the hell this is?
That would be, let's see. That would be more related to...
To see what it is, it depends on how you're doing it. It could very well be Arcana.
If you're just looking at it... Yeah, I feel like if you're just looking at it, I guess you can try to see if it's arcane. You can see if it has arcane in it. Yes.
Like, I'm gonna see what sort of magic what sort of magical emanates.
Roll for it.
Okay, hold on.
As you're walking away, I guess, looking at this thing, you hear him go, "You want a potion, kid?" A random kid.
Hey,
You want a potion, kid?
Like, fuck.
You want this one or that one? Don't ask where I got them.
And this is actually a child.
Yeah, it's actually your child.
My boy.
9.
You can tell it has some magical property. You don't know what. You can tell it has a magical property about it.
Now, I would try looking at it and seeing if it looks dangerous.
That would be. I'm gonna say that was around probably this. That would go off the same check.
Okay.
Even it's a potion. I mean, unless you. You know what? Roll survival. No, investigation.
Investigation.
Hold on. What check would this be? I can't tell if it's survival is looking to see if something is safe, right? So that would be survival. So yeah, just go with survival. I don't know why my music stopped.
You should drink the potion.
Drink the potion!
14.
No, it doesn't have a dangerous quality to it.
Probably.
Not dangerous, I would say. You can tell that it doesn't have that big of a that type of quality.
Interesting.
As you note this, the kid walks away with the yellow liquid. Like, yay! Hagre, as you and Cozy continue on down the road, Senza, are you going to catch up with them?
Yeah, I'm gonna sort of go to a brisk pace to catch up with him.
We cut back to Will.
Yep.
As you get into the blacksmith shop, you see a halfling man with a large hammer, something that looks a little bit too big for him. There's a blacksmith smithing a pretty nicely sized sword. How can I help you?
I'm in the search for sulfur.
Sulfur.
Yes.
I believe there's a few chips from ores I've taken from trade. I can go grab some for you.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'll take all that you have.
Thank you. I don't need it.
Also, some excellent quality work you're doing here. As I look at the story.
I'm forging this one specifically for. I'd have to look at the order again. Some lady in Illithan.
That's okay. My parents are the same way when it comes to that kind of stuff.
They order foreign goods too.
No, they make goods.
Oh, they make goods.
Yes.
Well, it's a fine trade to go into.
It is. I myself I'm a part of that trade.
Nice. And he looks at your tool bag. I guess you're carrying around.
Yeah.
Well, I'll go find the sulfur for you. I'll be back.
Oh, thank you.
You hear him rummaging around in the back of the shop for a few minutes. He comes back out with a satchel of it. Not a big satchel, but it's a decently sized satchel. It's not as heavy as I guess you'd be hoping. You look down. There's a lot of chips that he's taken off of other ores and such.
Yeah.
So as they deliver the ore to him, he would chip it off and use the main ore for his weapons. He's like, "Thanks for taking this off my hands. It's just I really need it here. Usually I dump it in the. I either dump it or send it somewhere else."
Well, if I'm ever in town, I'll take it whenever you get more. So another craftsman could be using it.
Well, I'll make sure. My apprentice here may be here. What is your name? I'll write it somewhere. Sure, if you come in.
My name is Peronare.
Peronare. As he starts writing down like a quill on this small piece of parchment. I'll make sure to leave this for my apprentice whenever he's here. I have some business to attend to. And if you're back and I'm not here, then he'll be here.
Sounds good. I'll take the satchel, and even though he didn't ask for it, he said he was just giving it away, I'm still going to give him a gold piece.
I appreciate your modesty. I didn't want to charge you for it, but thank you.
Well, we have to help each other out, right?
It's true. We're in some dark times.
It's truly dark times. Alright then, I'll be taking my leave as I put the satchel of sulfur into my backpack and I start leaving.
You exit the blacksmith shop around the same time that you see the group that was traveling alongside you. This other group of people that you haven't really become well acquainted with. The owlbear, the large elven man, and the other one.
Yeah.
Starting to leave the square.
That is good for the... As they start to leave the square. Let's see. I should probably follow up on that one thing you sent me.
Mhm.
Remember you sent me the
Yeah,
one?
that's what you want to do.
Yeah. I'm gonna put that on hold because they seem like capable fighters. I'm gonna strike up a conversation with the one that the sage that tried talking to me previously. Because they're probably my best bet to get saltpeter.
You catch up to this group. Specifically Cozy and Hagre and Senza.
Yeah.
You only have heard Cozy's name. I don't know if you've heard Hagre and Senza yet from either one of them.
No idea.
Heard Hagre because he just talks like that. I'm pretty sure.
Burger. Anyway,
Yeah.
you walk up to Cozy. Ah, hello.
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 May I ask how you're doing?
How I'm doing or what I'm doing?
Oh,
I'm doing fine. How are you? I thought you had tried to talk to me on the ship before, so I thought I might try to catch up in that conversation as I was distracted looking at the sea. It was quite a majestic sight, though.
yes.
Yeah, I know what I said.
As he looks down at you, you see his silvering gray eyes. It's like, yes, a beautiful sight indeed.
Oh.
This world is a beautiful place.
Your eyes are like mine.
I'm not so sure about that one, young one.
They're very similar in color.
But not in ability.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
It's okay. I have my senses and my
Senses?
attunement to the web.
Like,
Weave.
yeah, it's weave.
Fool.
So your senses are heightened then?
Yes. I also can sense the feelings and not necessarily emotions, but I can sense the auras of most beings, living beings.
Alright. I doubt you'll be getting anything from my friend here then. She will pat the back of the big, not really big, it's a bit smaller than she is.
No, I didn't know that there was something there.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about them though.
The only thing I feel is a slight magical pool.
Some. There's some in there.
So, where are you headed off to?
Well, I'm looking for a material. So I'm just heading wherever it may take me.
Material as in wood.
As in saltpeter.
Saltpeter, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we seem to be going to the mountains, specifically the dwarven lands.
Oh. I mean, if that's the case, I'm sure they'll have saltpeter. So do you mind if I tag along?
Sure. How do you guys feel about it? As he turns to Sinza, Hagre, and the other two guards.
I'm fine with it if you guys are.
Hagre doesn't care. You are all right, fighter.
Thank you. Oh, and don't strain yourself too much. Though I did use magic, those stitches are still stitches.
Hagre knows no limits.
Okay, I get the feeling I'll be stitching you up more often then.
I've seen visions of Hagre fighting. He knows what he's doing.
Visions.
Yes, I am attuned to the weave, remember?
Yes. So are many others, but they usually don't get visions.
I'm trained under one of the oldest, most, well, not really well known anymore, but I'm an
Okay.
oracle.
Oh. I see.
I'm probably the last of my group until I take an apprentice, which I really doubt I will.
Oh, there's still time for you two. You never know.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Not if he stabbed again.
No, I'll
Yes.
just resurrect him.
no!
Really?
Dude, incarnation on him.
You.
Well, would you look at that? As you guys come to a gathering of people, kind of leaving the city walls, what looks like a small caravan. As you've passed mostly through the city, you're about 100 feet away from the main gate. You pass around a small monument. I should say it is a water fountain type thing, but it's very empty and very dirty. The gates are closed currently as you come up behind this group of people. Seems we're stopping. Do.
Okay, I gotta write down on my sheet that I gained those two things.
Let's go check out what this group of people's doing.
Well, it's a caravan about to leave the city.
Yeah, but
You
like, what are they
can tell
carrying?
these are specifically just traders. They're getting a few of them are getting more heavily armed as you speak. They're handing out armor and arms to two of the wagon drivers.
Yeah.
One of them getting a crossbow and the other one getting a sword. One on the side, of course, gets the crossbow. One driving gets the sword, and two of them are sitting on the back of each wagon, carrying their goods. As the groups start to tie them down with rope, like the goods, I should say, and start piling on. As you guys come up to the left side of it, and after a few minutes, the one in the front goes, "Well, we're ready to head out." He yells up to one of the guards and motions to him. As the gates start to open, these large wooden gates just to the open road.
Man, they're
Is it?
I said, man, they're gonna die.
Yeah, they might.
Bro, I'm betting my money on.
Man, more than likely.
Sun is starting to go down at this point. All of you in a group, or all of them in a group, head out in one direction. And they take a sharp left turn after, once the road forks. Hopefully going toward what you think on the map would be Lyra. But Cozy, as you guys exit the city, seem to be going the opposite direction from us. I wish them the best. As you, I'm going to say, continue walking, take the right fork of the road.
Let's go.
As Cozy turns to you, Hagre. Oh, this is probably the beginning of a hard journey. Are you guys ready for this?
What?
Are all of you ready for this journey? This is going to be something else.
Hagre is always ready.
I mean, I guess.
I don't see why I wouldn't be ready.
Alright then. Nothing wrong with optimism. Stoic walking alongside you.
Let's go.
I keep forgetting to
What's the
mention
dog
Stoic.
doing?
Also forgot to mention Vinna.
Yeah, well, Venna is just not here.
Shit, Vinna's dead?
And no, it's just not here, man.
No!
I don't know. We'll see him.
I don't see him either. Shit.
Oh man, hi, untextured NPC.io.
As Stoic continues walking along very close to Hagre. I'd say we've already got rested, didn't we?
Not a long one.
As the evening becomes nightfall upon this large span of open land, very barren, not very wooded at all. There are bushes and such. It looks like land here is more dry than what you would notice in like how Grennan was, your homeland.
Happens to the best of us.
There's a small dusting of snow across it, but it starts getting colder. Cozy kind of looks at you. He's like, I think we should make camp for the night.
Yeah. Sounds good.
All right, Cozy.
Right.
You guys
I'll take first watch.
take a turn off the road and go off to a small. I mean, you just go off to the open area beside the road
Let's go.
and start to make camp. Now, everyone, this will be divided into 3 different watches. So there's the first, second, and third watch. You're gonna be first?
Yeah.
Okay. Say one of your guards will be along with you.
Hagre's
All
gonna
right.
Yours doing what?
Hagre's gonna make a fire.
Okay. It's a survival.
Okay.
If you have
Do you have a tinderbox?
do
Yeah, I
you have
got
a tinderbox?
In your
Yeah, that would
Plus, he could just strike it with lightning if it really need.
I don't think you can do that at will yet.
Uh,
I mean, unless you want to put your hand near the axe while it's in your wood.
yeah.
Over time, you build a fire really quick as the group kind of circles around it. Cozy taking a sleeping bag off of Hoot's side and rolls it out onto the open ground.
Nice.
So we have Sinza and a guard on first watch. Okay, roll for perception.
At an advantage.
I rolled 1, so you can roll 1 as well.
$25.
Okay. You don't notice anything.
I know Stoic barking in the background.
That's my dog.
That's the wolves in the night.
Just that, yeah, the wolves in the distance howling and barking at each other.
The moon.
Yeah. So,
Just hear, basically, you don't notice anything suspicious around your campsite. You just hear the sounds of animals and such on the prowl in the night.
alright. Who do we agree upon having second watch?
I don't think anyone volunteered. Second watch, anyone?
Sure.
Oh,
Oh man.
the other guard will stay up with Hagre.
I'll go wake up Hagre.
Oh no, you have a vampire leaning over you. Dear goodness.
I'm gonna punch you.
It's just like I'd imagine Sins would be kind of skinny, right?
Mm-hmm.
So imagine this like dark, lanky figure standing over you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just tapping him on the shoulder.
Bro, in the middle of the night, I'm starting to get tapped on the shoulder. I open my eyes. There's this long, lanky thing.
This long,
standing in
lanky
front of me.
figure. And like you can see the fangs glisten off of the light.
You haven't been here in 2 months. Or 3 months, I should say.
Yeah, 3 months.
And even in when our characters were near each other. Oh,
Oh shit, he gone.
Shit. Got snapped. Ah. Oh no.
You got snapped?
Oh, anyway, thank you for
Wow.
joining our podcast. Thank you for stopping by the video. Hopefully you're enjoying. And yeah, that's a word from our DM and our sponsor.
Our sponsor is going to be black powder. Every time you hit that like button, I get one step closer to getting saltpeter.
Saltpeter? Yes,
If
yes.
If I get closer to getting saltpeter, I will. Oh no! At 3 likes, I'll make a bomb.
And at 4 likes, Jordan will literally explode.
At 3 likes, I will make a bomb, like a grenade.
At 5 likes, I Eldritch Blast the next child who tries to pickpocket me.
Bullshit. Calling it. You got set reasonable goals. At 2 likes, I will complete the frame of the gun. At 1 like, I will show you what happens when you throw a bunch of black powder into the campfire. And at 4 likes, I'll work on a pepperbox pistol. Or musket. That's going to have to be a pole.
Or use that community tab.
Okay, so in any case, Tiger's not. He has gone muted.
Yeah, he
Sent
sends a message.
a message.
Yeah, so you search home went into his room. Got hold up.
I see.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So if there's anyone actually watching this in a year time or just tomorrow or whenever this video goes up,
I think this will be days from now.
this will be the Wednesday after recording, as the episode 8 goes up. Episode 8 goes up hopefully.
Episode 8, Future Jordan, put a time slot here to when Brady's
Yeah.
back. Just somewhere in the area, probably over my name. Put one over my name to where time Brady gets back, then put it to the right of the screen. Like have a countdown.
Not that good at editing. I'm sorry.
yeah, you're terrible at editing.
Anyway, Hagre's back. Hey.
Hey, don't worry about it.
Don't even think about it.
He was only gone for a maximum of 2 seconds in editing,
Yeah, and editing. Magic.
which I'm not editing out.
Editing magic.
Oh man! Oh look, there's my perception roll to see if any baddies. 13.
Woo!
Okay. Neither you nor the guard notice anything suspicious out of insight. That's the end of your watch. There's nothing really going on. So, who are you going to wake up for the last watch, Hagre?
The best person to wake up. Cozy.
Do it. Yeah.
Hey, much. What do you... Why? Okay.
It's your turn for watch, Cozy.
I agree.
I concur.
I will keep watch better than most people. I can feel auras.
Well, that blind sense can come in clutch.
Dude nabbed a nat 20.
Keep an eye out for me, Cozy.
As long as that person isn't like the being I have next to me.
Oh no, it's a croissant.
With there's another wolf. Cozy just kind of sits there.
Hagre, scare it, bark back at it.
Oof. Rest of the night passes without issue. And you guys wake up fully rested and ready. You start, I'm going to say, all of you wake up around the same time at dawn. Cozy's still sitting there as you guys get up. He's like sitting crisscross applesauce with his eyes closed, turning into the weave.
I'm gonna throw up my hood and go over to see.
Crazy.
Going over to
Hey,
see.
Cozy.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
I'm gonna put my hood because it's freezing out.
It is very cold. I didn't wake you guys up last night, but there is something very far out there.
How far out?
It hurts my head to think about it. I can't tell if it's only one thing or multiple, but I think it's very large. It's not on the road, but it stayed relatively stationary through my entire time watching.
Well,
He raises a hand and points in the general direction of of where he sensed this thing.
we could do our best to avoid it then.
Yes, I don't feel like we should engage something of magnitude. Like, if it can set me off being far away, probably very powerful, or there's a lot of specific thing.
Yeah.
My brother said do it, so we must fight it.
Yeah. I get up. My thing gets up with me. We start walking.
As you guys all get back on the road, who is going in front of everyone?
Hagre.
Oh, that'd be the person that knows where we're going.
Hagre and Cozy specifically. Cozy
just
told
kind of in the
Hagre
back.
in the northeast.
I'm gonna chill in the back.
Start getting in the middle.
So,
Near Hagre and Cozy.
I don't think I caught your name yet. As I'll point towards Cinza.
Senza.
Cinza. Got it.
Kansas.
Kansas. Okay.
As you guys come to another, like, it's like a lamppost sort of thing out in the middle of the road, and it has like pointers. You know how it was just like pointed boards with names on them.
Yeah.
Let
Directions.
me make sure I get this correct. Yeah, it's like a direction board. Let's see here. I want to make sure I get this right. One of them points toward a. It says Silverhold on it.
Mhm.
The other one pointing in the other direction, the right. Okay, the left one points toward a place called Silverhold. The right one points toward a place called Illerthan. And then there's one that points directly ahead that says Feldown's Harbor. You see beyond this lamppost, in all directions.
Shit, it's crumbling on us. Run.
Beyond this lamppost, in all directions, you see a large expanse of swamp and treacherous land.
Oh boy, a swamp.
Boy!
We've come to the Trudgelands.
Swamp. A swamp.
Yes.
Ah.
Trudgelands.
Okay, yeah. Fair enough.
Oh, you're sounding suspiciously like an old wizard, I remember.
No, that's fair enough. Okay.
Yes, you have to trudge through.
I just got home.
Let's trudge through. With the strongest person going first. Let's see how tough the swamp actually is.
It ain't that strong.
Come on, Hagre.
It's not that big, Hagre.
Yeah.
Speaking more about the owlbear.
Yes, the owlbear. Oops.
Oh, Vina magically started speaking again.
Shit, that's crazy.
Teleported.
Anywho, no.
Longest conquered.
Nope. I don't think either of those are true.
Hagre, as you continue down the road, this road being very thin, as you guys basically have to continue in a 2x2 line. You hear a crash of a loud thunder. It sounds. It's just a loud crash of thunder, basically.
Seems like a storm might be coming.
Cozy gets a very dark expression on his face. Oh shit!
Cozy, what's wrong?
I didn't expect that from Cozy.
He turns his head.
Those are filthy birds.
As he grasps his head in immense pain, seeming to be very tortured by this feeling. He raises an arm and points toward the sky. Are any of you looking at where he points?
Sure, yeah.
Yes.
From the area in which you heard the loud crash of thunder, a large black mass forms in the sky, swirling around, kind of like a crack in the sky, I should say. Oh, that's not good.
What exactly is that, Cozy?
And then he kind of tenses up again. He's like, "Oh no!" He's very panicked, and then you hear the word, "Aegon."
Aegon.
That's where we're gonna end it.
Okay, cool.
No, not